Come on, ladies, we are here in Atlanta at the Hudson Grill and Drink, I think it's called. Checking out the stuff. They got a little fun activities and all that. But I did order my food. So I'm gonna sit down and wait here for a second and talk to y'all. Hey, how long you been waiting on? Oh, yeah. I don't know what he ordered. I don't want that. Please, whatever you do in life, don't give me no extra time before I get on the flight. But you're gonna find me right here at Cooper's Park doing a tasting. Came across a sommelier Garrett. When I tell you I have been having a ball, and then I was next to a couple that are also a ball. Let me check my phone. I'm gonna read that later. Baby, finna get on this flight feeling but what you say, pilot? We ain't got no more fuel. I got us. I'm all fueled up. I'm feeling myself. I am. It's about to be a good trip. By now, y'all already know what's tea. I'm meeting up with some other 50 fierce, fabulous ladies.
It's for somebody special. Yeah. Can't wait it out tonight. Baby, you special. Can't wait it out tonight. Yeah. Can't believe it's so. Yeah. 20 nights been so. Baba don't lose composure. Yeah, girl, my champion lover. Would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl? I know, ain't no distance, ain't no time to get me back to you. Coach, yeah, give me coach. Yeah, yeah, to get me back to you. Yeah, nah, yeah, to get me back to you. Cannot deny it's a ghost. And if God is my witness, now you be my weakness.
We're trying to make sure it ain't the same, no. We are. We're trying to go down here and act a fool. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I really don't. It's been talks of cigars. It's been talks of strippers. I ain't never been to a strip club, but I'm here for all the shenanigans. And did I mention I've been drinking already? I might leave that to Willa in my bag alone. Cheers to a good time in the ATL. Starting right here in KC now. I'm trying to get every layer of flavor. And I asked about the pretzel bread. Y'all know that's supposed to come with. So bring it with. Woo! Sun's out. Alright, so I've gotten notifications from the airline that my flight has been delayed. That's fine with me because I'm full and feeling something like fabulous. Let's get ready for Atlanta and have a good time, shall we? We shall. Okay, so editing, Kimberly popping in here. Just want to explain some things. They initially delayed my flight. You all saw me talk about that when I was leaving Cooper's Hawk. They delayed it again, and finally, it just got to the point where there was no way I could catch my connecting flight. They ended up canceling my flight. They put me up in a hotel, and they booked a flight for me the next day. Of course, I'm super disappointed because all the girls have met up, and I'm not there. I've already paid my portion for the Airbnb. Like, it was just all the things. And when I tell you, my energy was so off, I couldn't even get on camera. Not to mention, I kept being shuffled around because not only were they delaying the flight, but they kept moving us from one gate to another gate to another gate. And so I couldn't even really get settled in to set up the camera to talk to you all about it. But even if I had, my energy would have been so negative. Y'all didn't even deserve that. But all that being said, that's how I ended up being at this hotel and it's so funny because I was looking at the wrong time. I was looking at my watch time and I was still an hour behind. I'm talking about, or thinking I had 4 hours no, 4 hours of sleep, I think. And I really just ended up having 3. But anyway, it was a nightmare. And let me just say this right up front. I feel like if y'all want a successful girls trip and y'all need somebody who can take the hits or get the bad experience out of the way so that everyone else can have a wonderful, fantastic time, girl, all you got to do is invite me because I'm going to be that somebody who misses their flight, who has an issue. Maybe it's me all day. But anyway, let's get back to the regularly scheduled program. But baby, we're about to hit the shower and get a few hours of sleep. And we'll talk some more in a minute. Let me just talk a little bit now. So don't be surprised when you see me in my very same clothes tomorrow, which is really today actually. So in about 4.5 hours, I'll be right back at it, boarding another plane. I had to talk them into it too, because they wanted to give me like a 9, almost 10 o'clock flight later on this morning. No, let's just keep the momentum going, just at the earliest flight possible, and that was only 7:10. So, and I don't even know what time I touched down. Probably maybe an hour or so from here. And I'll finally get there at like 8 something. But I've lost a whole day. Like I said, I've been traveling. Luckily, I wasn't my usual tired, packing the night before. I'm so glad I packed in advance. Girl, when I tell you I have never been this ready before, I don't know what to do with myself. I literally don't. I don't know what to do with myself. But I thought packing in advance was going to ensure me that, this trip was going to be right. It didn't. But it did assure me that I'm not as tired as I would be. Because I'm telling you, a lot of times I get on that plane and I'm out before it even leaves the runway. Don't even feel the takeoff. Say my quick prayer and gone. So anyway, all of that said, there was a reason that this happened. I don't know what the reason is. But best believe I'll be calling. Let me talk to you about that for a minute. Is there a seat I want to sit in? I don't be too thrilled about sitting on super soft and plush surfaces. Sorry. And this is bad light. I think it'll adjust and y'all will see me soon. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about was the fact that, okay, so we touched down, and first of all, have I even told y'all what happened? I sure haven't. I'm just assuming y'all know. I'll have to do some fancy editing back and forth. But anyway, here's what happened. There was a medical emergency on what would have been my flight. So first they delayed it by like half an hour or so. I was like, okay, that's not the worst thing that could happen. And then they just flat out had to cancel it and change my flight to hours later, which means that I missed my connecting flight, which only not even had an hour. It was like 50 minutes in between. So hence the reason they put me up in a hotel. By the way, I flew American, if that matters. But they put me up in a hotel and all of that. All right, so now we touch down. I'm in Charlotte, and we touched down at the airport, and there are some people in line in front of me as well as me and behind me too, because all of us from Kansas City have missed this flight. There was another flight that got missed too. It was a Philly flight. I kept hearing that being referenced. But anyway, I'm in the line and I see some people in front of me. Specifically, right in front of me was a woman who was dressed. She had on pajama pants, a tank shirt, a jacket. She had a hair wrap, and she had on fuzzy slippers. All right, so I won't say that she was talking rude, but she was just like, what are y'all gonna do? Because, I need to be at my hotel, and the shuttle ended at midnight. It did, and we didn't even touch down until a little after 12. But she was just saying like, oh, this has been a long day. It's been a long day for me too. I get that. So anyway, I didn't hear all that had happened, but I heard the lady reference an Uber. You have that as a means of transportation, and then you can go to AA.com and have them reimburse you. I'm like, oh man, I just removed that Uber app from my phone and whatever. But before I could even put it back on my phone, it's time for me to go up to the window. So I do. And I give her my name. And what did I say? I'm trying to remember. Stop. Excuse me with the ums. I'm tired. But what she asked me my name. Oh, she asked me for my confirmation. And so I thought she meant my hotel confirmation from the voucher. She didn't. She still meant my flight confirmation. So I said, oh, my apologies. Let me get that for you. She said, oh, don't worry about it. What's your name? Told her my name. She said, oh, I found you here in the system. And she said, oh, we're just going to upgrade your hotel. That hotel will not do. No, you're not staying there. And so I was like, okay, because I don't know the area. They gave us three hotels, none of which I'd ever heard of. And I'm trying to, my phone is back there. But they gave us 3 hotels, and I was like, I'm just going to pick the one with the highest star rating. And I think it was like 3.5. So I picked that one and went with it. And she was like, oh no, we're going to upgrade you. She does the little look around. She does that. And she said, and they've got a 24-hour shuttle. So you'll be fine in terms, just the customer service that she gave me was night and day from the customer service that the woman in front of me got. And it just goes to show that it makes a difference how you show up in the world, how you look, how you present yourself, how you speak, and all of that stuff. I don't think it's fair. I think pretty privilege is very unfair. I think it just downplays what's really important, and what's really important is the core of a person. And I'm not saying that it was about pretty privilege. I think it was a combination of how the lady in front of me presented herself. Like she presented herself like whatever. Pajama pants, a tank. She was comfortable. She looked very comfortable. If that was what she was going for, she looked very comfortable. She sounded irritated, as were we all. Who wants to miss a flight? God bless whatever the medical reason was and all of that. I was highly inconvenienced. I'm going to be on AA.com looking to be reimbursed for my 1 day of car rental, my Airbnb, for the night. Yeah. We're gonna be looking for compensation on that, but like, what are y'all gonna do? Whatever, that's not really gonna get you anywhere. That just doesn't work. And to me, I've said this before, but here's a prime example of it. It doesn't cost me any money to be friendly. It doesn't cost me any money to say hello and to just use a calmer tone. Not only does it not cost me money, but it looks like it was to my advantage. So there's that on that. My phone is chirping. I'm sure that's my daughter checking on me. And we tired, boss. So I need to take a shower and be right back at it in a few minutes. Not a few minutes, a few hours. This is what we look like the next morning. Looking very much the same as we did last night. Put on these same clothes because my clothes are actually in my luggage. And yeah, it was carry-on style, but we wasn't going to carry that up and down and back. No, y'all go ahead. And I'm so glad I packed the way I do. Okay, so we got all the bras. I'm putting that in this packing bag here. So now I'm getting all my panties, aka the drawers. Oops, I missed a bra. And now I'll put all of these in here. Then I'll zip it up. And this comes as my stay with me bag. I'm so glad I let them have the clothes. Yes, I would like to have my change of clothes, but for why? What? It's not even worth it. Fresh drawers it may not make sense to you, I know, but I feel better with it. I don't look better. I'm looking, and this eye is particularly red. It's much more red than the other eye, but this is the look. And y'all might notice I'm wearing a ring. typically wear a ring when I travel. I don't know if I put that little part in there, but it just makes travel a little smoother and all of that. But anyway, this is what we're looking like. This little area here, this remind me, I can't remember if it was 60 Minutes Dateline or whatever, because they put this little thing on top of your glass. I guess that's supposed to give you the feeling of it being clean, but it was Dateline 60 Minutes 2020, one of those. And they were talking about how very nasty these glasses are because, you know, the people made service and stuff, they wipe down all the surfaces and blah, blah, blah. And if it looks like those cups have been used, they take that same rag and they wipe around in there too and put it back, but then they put that on top. And baby, once I saw that, change. If I ever drank out of anything but this, I never used the glass again. No, no, not without washing it and doing all the things. So I'm gonna leave that sanitized glass right there and alone. I do kind of want some coffee, but I can go downstairs and get the coffee. Here, let me stop talking behind the camera. I can go downstairs and get the coffee, but get this. So the lady who gave me the Better Hotel and all of that, which, okay. She also said, I'm going to give you a food voucher. You can order whatever you want, blah, blah, blah. So I go to check in and the guy takes the whole voucher. It's just one voucher. And I'm like, that's for the hotel and the food. And he said, what food? And I said, the breakfast, you know, that I can order. Breakfast comes with the hotel. No, I mean, like, you know, I can order, she said the voucher was good. I can order some more. It came with the hotel. So all that talk she did was just, it was just talk. So we're going to go down here and see if I can get this continental breakfast because I got the earlier flight. I'm trying to not miss this flight for nothing in the world. The flight schedule for 7:10, breakfast don't start till 6. I still like to be about an hour-ish before my flight and all that. I don't want no complications. Plus they got my luggage on there, so I want to be where my luggage is, preferably. I'm already where my drawers is at, but I would also like to be where my clothes are. So why am I still talking? We need to go. Grab some stuff and let go. I thought with it being daylight, you know, it was going to look a lot different than it did last night, but it looked very much the same. Very much the same. Y'all see that? Yeah, not much of a difference that I could see. What'd you say? No, not you. I'm sorry. In the back. Wait. Yeah, I can see that. It's giving projects a little bit of ejects. My thing I'm wondering though is that if this project, not my words, hers back there, but if this project looking hotel is the much better than the other place that I was about to go to. Okay, what that other place look like? You know what I'm saying? What was that about? I ain't saying when you travel, you gotta, you know, jazz it all up and put that ish on. I ain't saying all that, but maybe not look so comfortable. Not with the fuzzy slippers and the pajamas and the headband. Maybe not look so comfortable. Cause, like I said, if this is the Better Hotel, I can only wonder if that woman was as comfortable when she got to that other hotel. That's all I am just wondering. Thinking out loud, that's all I call it, thinking out loud. And was it worth it? I tell you the shenanigans is real. What'd you say? Why we outside? We outside because we locked outside. Yeah, we locked out. They went and bought all these groceries. We got them sitting on the ground. Y'all see my bags because I'm just now getting here. I mean, the party still ain't started. I've changed my doctor's appointment. I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to do. Other than take my black tail back home. I ain't doing it. I'm gonna have me a good time. A time's gonna be had. And once again, I'm feeling like, yeah, it's all the recipes for me to say, dang, this isn't going well, and I ain't got enough sense to say it. I still think I'm gonna have a good time. I've already come up, hugged all the girls. They're as beautiful in person as they are when you all are watching them on your devices and stuff, and I love that. So, yeah, nothing's gonna stop this.
Is that what is true? What true friendship is all about. Move, travel together. 2025.
That's right.
I love you. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for all y'all. This is crazy.
It's the birthday girl.
How many knives there, baby? How many knives there?
I know you did not. Girl, you bought me a purse.
Hold on. Here you go. What is your bullet? You put it in your room. Yeah?
There
you go, Sandra. Thank you so much, Kanani.
Thank you so much, Patty. Patty bought me a purse, y'all.
Oh, that's nice. This is spring all day.
That is
spring all day.
Oh, you in my camera.
Oh, shit. She said it's so sweet.
This is.
Oh, and I love Aldo. I love Aldo.
And Aldo is expensive. I didn't even know y'all. She came with Aldo and I've been coming from Shein.
Oh, no.
What? But let me tell you how to go back to what you give.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I gave away all my purses.
Yes, I saw that.
So that's what I did.
I saw her give away all that. She went to Goodwill. She went to Goodwill and she gave away all. She said, I'm going to get rid of all this stuff that I had. I said, you know what? I'm going to buy her new stuff now. New stuff coming forward for everybody. That's like, that's just me. Your video, you said I ain't got no collection. And I said, I'm going to help you build your collection.
Oh, y'all got perfume in y'all video and I don't.
There you go.
I love
Come on, Dossier. She needs some perfume.
Yes, I love y'all. Y'all, I don't know if y'all zoomed in and see how really what
That is
young. Y'all get y'all some 50 and older friends.
Yes, mature.
Never too late to make new
That's
friends.
right, yeah. Know what they're
Not
about. Know what they're about in life, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just gorgeous.
I ain't getting that's garbage.
I love you, Patty.
It was great.
I'm grateful.
Yeah.
I cannot believe my presents that you and Chloe blessed me with.
Amen.
I love
Friends.
Love you.
Hey y'all.
How many of us have them?
Get over there, my
Friends.
Okay.
Once you can't depend on. Let's be friends. I bet you'll be.
Wait, hold on. You gotta go in her spot.
Okay. Kaylani, happy birthday, my love. Do hope you have a wonderful day, 2025.
I don't know what the deal was, but my battery died or something before Kay could finish opening her gifts. But basically, Polly tailored gifts to each of us individually based on some things we've mentioned in our videos, with, of course, the birthday girls getting balloons and a little bit more, as they should. Thank you again, Polly. That was so sweet. All right, so being the women that we are, of course, we decided to go out, do a little bit of shopping. You know how we bond over shopping and things like that. We stepped into Akira, which is a really cute store, and I found several things I liked, including this top. The one thing I didn't find that I liked, though, was a good price. Baby, I'm not paying $50 for no top. All right, so later on that evening, we decided to head over to the Hudson and do a little bit of dining and just let the shenanigans continue. Tasha done came up with a competition and pulling in the owner of the place. He got to judge all of our coloring. I know y'all gonna say mine is the best already, so we good.
Here's what I love. Tasha is really putting the bossy in Tasha because she does not want to succeed by herself. She will tell you in a heartbeat, go get the shot, go film it, go this, go that. That's real love right there. I love that.
Come on, ladies, we are here in Atlanta at the Hudson Grill and Drink, I think it's called, checking out the stuff. They got a little fun activities and all that. But I did order my food. So I'm gonna sit down and wait here for a second and talk to y'all. Hey, how long you been waiting on? Oh, yeah. I don't know what he ordered. I don't want that. Oh, but baby, let me tell you something else. Whether you are the manager, a bum on the street, or a customer, if Tasha's having fun, she's gonna pull you in and get you in on it too.
Okay, then come on, I need you to vote for the go. We're gonna tell you the truth. Me and her for the second half. Oh, who you got? I already know who you got.
She like she's serious though.
You got her.
I'm stuck on something.
Who gonna win?
All right, that was a good time had. What was the name of it again?
The place that we just ate at?
Yeah, Hudson, right?
Hudson, yeah.
That was a good time.
Awesome,
they were accommodating, nice, all the things. They don't owe us anything. When I got back to the Airbnb, the women were talking about working out and getting ready for that. And as much as I wanted to on my vacation time, I figured somebody needed to stay back and do some cooking, so I did that.
I was hoping this would make a little more grease for me. They got cooking oil. They probably do.
It's okay. Is that olive oil too? Yeah.
You take some of this. I'm gonna put that back in later. Where y'all working out? Planet Fitness?
No, LA.
I don't get the picture. Oh,
I went down
the pictures.
I went down a rabbit hole of content with teachers and stumbled upon an episode with some boy saw the friggin' teacher into the bathroom. He killed that lady.
Here's some of what we got. Since they worked out, they should surely have fruit. But since they worked out, they should be able to eat potatoes, carbs, a little meat, all the things. And then over here, let's celebrate the fact that they worked out. See, it's a workout thing. I'm looking out for them. I might not have gone to work out with them, but I got y'all. This is my way of working out. I participated in the workout process. That's what I did. Y'all, how about their workout took way longer than I expected, and so I waited a while for them, but like I said, it took much longer, and I ended up putting the food away in the refrigerator. They saw the fruit and they saw the bread, but how about they never saw the eggs, potatoes, and sausage that I made for them? I had put it in the oven and thought they'd come back and see it. They never saw it, and I ended up throwing all that away the next day. Okay, so I'm not sure if I turned on the camera and then I can't remember whether or not before my camera had died, I think it overheated, it was exhausted, whatever it was, when I was opening up my bag from Star Pollyanna. But she gave me a gel nails kit. I don't know what's wrong with me this morning. And she put in some more nail polish, as well as a couple of loofahs. If y'all don't know, like when I do my roller sets, 9 out of 10, if you see me setting my hair, I've already taken a bath, because taking a bath and washing my hair, they just go hand in hand. I let all that yummy steam just do whatever it does, and as it's doing what it's doing, it'll be working havoc on my hair. But with this hair, I can take a bath, do the thing. I can bathe as many times as I want throughout the week. The steam's not gonna mess it up. Listen, that's not the point. It's not what we were talking about. What we were talking about was in that she also included this little booklet, and she made sure to put a picture of each of us from our page, right? So now I want to read it. We there, y'all. We are there. The weird thing is, I'm like those mean teachers that used to look over the glasses at you, because if I try to look through the lens like at regular stuff, oh baby, the vertigo kicks right on in. So anywho, I'm going to read what she wrote for all of us. Regarding little Miss Bossy Tasha Simon, y'all, in a previous video, I talked cold cash about Tasha, and none of it was true. None of it was even true. So I'm a big enough woman to admit I was wrong. I was so wrong, and y'all were right. Y'all told me to meet up with her. I did, but anywho, I'm not the only person that thinks what I did, because here's what Star had to say. At over 50, Tasha Simon opens a new daycare. She fasted and everything before she did that. Oh, I was supposed to just be reading, but y'all know I'm gonna talk and say more. But she fasted before she opened up her business, and what did she do? She did no meat and stuff, and she wasn't really eating cooked foods and all of that. She slimmed way down. She looks good. And now she's opened up her daycare, and here I'm is. I got all the foods and all the things. So I'm hoping she eases her way back into it. But the point of what I was saying is, she's spiritual, she fasted, she speaks a lot about God, faith, and things like that. Good channel to watch. But anywho, here's what Star said. Let me start back over. And this time I'm not going to keep interrupting. Here we go. At over 50, Tasha Simon opens a new daycare celebrating children, her life's journey, and personal growth. Blending purpose with passion, she embraces travel and fashion, proving it's never too late to dream bigger, inspire others, and live beautifully fulfilled. Wasn't that nice?
Then we get over to Kaylani. If you're not familiar with her channel, she does a lot of gumbo try on. I'm calling it gumbo because that's what she calls it. When she mixes various types of clothing styles and things like that together. Ah! Lord, I'm not clumsy today, dropping my glasses. Forgive all of this you see, because I told y'all I had a crazy breakout. And flying and stuff never makes it better. Never. So we're just going to have to get that healed out. I'll be fine over the summer, but just stay focused. All right, it says Kaylani is thriving in the Houston area, celebrating. Oh, by the way, dang, I said I wasn't going to interrupt with mine. BT Dubs, last interruption. Tasha's in Chicago. Kaylani is in Houston. Star Pollyanna, she's in Florida. Excuse me. Chloe is here in Atlanta. I was about to, oh girl, I'm pointing to the back. Okay. Tasha, Chicago. Kaylani, Houston. She's in Florida. I said that part already. Chloe is right here in Atlanta. She's been our hostess. And I am from Kansas City, for anyone not knowing. Here we go. Not Kansas. That keeps getting confused, but what else? Here we go. Kaylani is thriving in the Houston area, celebrating life in her 50s through her love of cooking, stylish shades, and a good cigar. Living boldly, joyfully, and embracing every moment with grace and flair. When I tell you this baby got 11 dozen pairs of sunglasses, and they're all so cute, and regular glasses as well. Just like, she's the frames queen. She really is. Anywho. All right. Star Pollyanna, bold entrepreneur at 50, is celebrating life on her own terms. No kids, no headaches, just laughter and freedom. She proudly showcases her fashion-forward lifestyle, inspiring weight loss journey, and love for traveling. The world is her oyster, embracing every moment with purpose and style. Chloe Barksdale. At 50 plus, Chloe is thriving in the beautiful Atlanta area, celebrating life with joy and confidence. She loves a good chit chat with her subscribers, sharing glimpses of her fabulous journey and inspiring others to embrace life fully. Kymberly Bonet. Kymberly is a dedicated teacher from the Kansas City area, is embracing life at 50 with open arms. She loves her students deeply and is now on a beautiful journey of self-discovery, growth, and all life has to offer her. That be true, and then some, and then some, and then some more. All right, so that is what she wrote about all of us in here. I thought oh wait, what she wrote on the back? Oh yeah. To the fearless and fabulous 50 plus women. We are not slowing down. We're just getting started. With every step in our passport and every video we create, we prove that life after 50 is bold, beautiful, and boundless. We are the storytellers, the style setters, the soul travelers. We carry wisdom in our hearts, sparkle in our eyes, and power in our voices. Hey, let the world see us vibrant, unstoppable, and walking in purpose, because age isn't a limit. It's our launch pad. Cheers to living out loud, loving ourselves deeply, and inspiring others daily. Keep creating, keep exploring, keep shining. I love that. I do. I love that. All right, so that's that for this. On to the next thing. Child, why am I getting ready to walk in the store and I see this? Let me see if I can zoom in. I'm like, dude wearing a hazmat uniform. Hopefully y'all got to see it because I got to keep it moving, girl. My skin is crawling. But anyway, he's wearing a hazmat. He's wearing a hazmat uniform, and I'm like, oh, okay, dang, that's a shame. Somebody, this show you how, this is so sad, but this show you my mentality coming from the city I come from. I see him in the hazmat, and I'm thinking, dang, that's messed up. You know, somebody is deceased in the car. They got to do a body removal or something. No, he is clearly removing bees or something. Y'all see that? It's on that rear tire. It is insane. Oh, my skin's crawling. I gotta go. Ooh, mind your business, Kymberly. Please mind your business. But I was trying to, actually. Anyway, I'm going into DD's. My favorite thing to do when I hit the South. Hello. Good, thanks. I come here looking for stuff for my granddaughter because she and all her friends always have the same clothes because, you know, we all shopping in Kansas City. So when I come down here, I try to find something for her. All right, so let's see some of what we're able to find. She likes, you know, little casual stuff. 6 is a medium, right? 6X. See, my granddaughter's a slim little thing, but she's also kind of tall. So today it's a good day, and then it has, well, I don't know, them shorts is kind of Daisy Dukeish. We might have to put them back. Oh, I remember when her was this little and so cute. Still cute, but she's not as little anymore. I miss that. Funny you're here. I was looking for some stuff for you. Medium clothes, 1 shoe, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You just want to walk past that lady. Go about your business. Go. Don't look at me walk. Don't look at me like walk past her.
Come on, let me see your shirt.
Go. Don't look back at her. Go. You just say excuse me. Say excuse
Got
me.
it. That's exactly what I was coming for. You're fine. This is cute. I thought I was liking this, but I'm not too crazy about the other selections. I probably should FaceTime her. So I'm trying to decide on this shirt. But do you like the rainbow and the flower design? So we got a few more. And we're gonna worry about packing when we pack it. How long they been dealing with that beehive on that car?
This morning.
Really? I keep looking, even though it makes my skin crawl. I thought you watched me get it off.
They don't look, you know, when they're ready to go, they go.
Oops, I'm sorry. They started doing that this year at Ross too. They watch you buy everything you get. She said he's been doing that since about 9 this morning. Oh, that's that man's car? I wouldn't even. I still give it another day or so to cool off and be okay. Why I keep walking to the wrong car? Yesterday I was looking for my car. Baby, if I see my car in Atlanta, it's a whole problem. Habits. But anyway, at Ross, security will watch them scan every single thing you get. They'll be about 10 feet away, and then they gotta mark your receipt. Tell me why. Whoa, y'all got a special kind of hot. Y'all really do. Ooh, that's a special hot in early June. Anyway, let's get back to here I am huffing and puffing like I worked out. And we know I didn't.
Just a short drive away.
Harsh. Anyway, we're gonna get back to the house and see what the ladies are up to. Ooh, Lordy, it's hot. Yes. Me and this robe, we keep struggling with okay, I'm gonna put it back in park, squeeze, and do 1 notch, but I keep getting to drive. Put it back in park again. I'm gonna get this right. See, this looked like just a little nudge, and it should put me in reverse, but it didn't do a thing. It's still in park. Huh? Now I'm in neutral. Come on, baby, now you're getting on my nerve. It's hot. There we go. All right, let's go. Hey, got it in drive. Drive I can do easily. It'd be reversed. That's an issue. And let me turn this off, put on my seatbelt, and arrive at my destination safely. Oh, my goodness. Okay. It's been a whole lot going on. A whole lot.
We just love y'all so much, and I would not have met these beautiful people.
Oh, they study, but they don't study to what we need. They study from what they can take.
Really, I can tell you what I'm looking for, Arla. I'm just looking for what God knows I need.
Welcome to the 50th Alder farewell party.
Yeah. And I'm finally getting a chance to just sit down and talk with y'all. As I speak to you, what is today? Sunday. The days are starting to run together already. But today is Sunday. 3 of the girls have gone back. Y'all know Chloe lives here. And then there's me. I'm not going to go back until tomorrow. So I decided to hang back for another day, just kind of woosah. Y'all see me a lot of times. I'm by myself. So I'm like, let me just take another moment to just chill and see Atlanta. One of the things I realized is I've been to Atlanta a couple of times, but I've never taken a picture by something that says ATL or Atlanta or something like that. I did recently when we were at Hudson take a picture by the water fountain. I like that. But that also doesn't say Atlanta. I changed my screensaver to it and all because I want to remember this trip as well. And it's been another good one. It really has. It's 2 totally different groups of women. Like when I went last month on a girls trip versus this time on a girls trip, 2 totally different groups of women, 2 totally different vibes, and both of them still fed to me something that I need, and I sincerely hope I fed back to them what they need as well. This one was a lot more go, go, go. We did a lot more of moving and grooving and all of that. Like I said, I always need a moment just to come back and collect myself. So this is that moment for me. A couple of things I know when I was going through the whole airport thing to come to Atlanta, I really was no good. I was so freaking disappointed. It wasn't even funny. I had already, y'all saw it, I packed, did all the things that I thought I was supposed to do, you know, to ensure that this is going to be a great trip. And I'm not, you know, minimizing the fact that someone had a medical emergency, but it's like, dang, there are so many planes. Why did it have to be mine? Self-centered, I know, but I was disappointed in that. But also key, I was trying to explain it to y'all, and I haven't done my editing yet, so I'm not sure. If I end up repeating some of it, I'll, you know, clip it out, or please forgive me, but I want to make sure I'm explaining what I said, because sometimes I can say things, you know, just off the top of my head, and it can come off as shady. They nicknamed me Shady Baby. But it could come off as, you know, shady or uncaring, so forgive me if I tend to over-explain. But I did miss my plane. It was canceled, so that flight didn't happen. I was flying American. They ended up having to book a hotel for me to stay and things like that. So there was a long line of us who were not able to fly due to the same reason, right? And so in front of me there was this woman. She had on like a tank. I can see her clear as day, but she had on a tank. She had on pajama pants, fuzzy slippers, and she had a head wrap. And as she was talking to the people, she was just, you know, very short with them, very, you know, just, so what are y'all gonna do? Like, I need to get to my place. I need to get to Atlanta. You know, she was kind of talking like that. And I see a lot of young girls talking that way, and I get it, you're frustrated, but I don't know what that does for you. Like, I don't think it helps. And so after her, it was my turn. I ended up going to the same lady, the same clerk, to help me with my situation. And it was a totally different day and night outcome. Like, had I not been watching the woman, I would have thought her twin stepped out. And I won't say she was rude. She wasn't rude to the other person at all. She gave her the things that she asked for. She accommodated her in that way. But I'm saying that she went above and beyond for me. Like, instead of just giving me whatever the room choices were, and I'm pretty sure I've cleared those out. Because I wish I had them so I could tell y'all what my choices were and why I ended up choosing that 3.5-star hotel that apparently was not so great. Yeah, that's gone. Wait a minute. Nope. It was a place called Microtel Inn. Usually when you have an inn. But anyway, and you all know, you can look on different things and find different star ratings and not really have the most accurate. Plus I'm in the airport and I'm just like, okay, this one has to take that one. So anyway, I get up there, and that's when the woman was like, nope, I'm going to put you in a better hotel. The better hotel she put me in was also not so great. So that really made me wonder what the micro hotel was like. And I feel like that's the type of hotel that the other lady got, based not just on how she dressed, but the combination of her dress and her attitude. Like, to me, she doesn't even know that she could have gotten better. She doesn't even know that she could have done better. She just knows this is how I am. And, you know, I even heard her later. This part I didn't even include before. I heard her later talking on the phone, and she was like, yeah, these people gonna learn to quit playing with me. Like, you really just playing in my face. Like, you. So she just kind of has that overall presence in general. So she doesn't know that by being that person, she's actually undermining her own improvement. She's actually, you know, bringing to her not just a negative energy and all of that stuff, but where she could have more, where things could be more abundant. And I'm not saying that hotel I stayed in was more abundant, but I am saying there have been lots of instances and examples in my life, personally, that I know, where I have benefited just from saying, hi, how you doing? Just from being friendly, just from, you know, keeping it kosher. And when I see people who are upset, I've always done my absolute level best to, you know, kind of bring them down, like what's bothering you. Not bring them down like make them sad, but like if they're up here, I'm trying to bring them down to a calmer level. Like, what's wrong? How can we make this better? How can we, because I honestly am a genuinely happy person. And here's what I know. Like, that's not to say I'm not going through stuff. I am actually going through stuff now. But if you ask me on a scale of, you know, happy to unhappy, where do I tend to lean? I'm happy. I am going through some stressful situations, but I realize that's a part of life. And I'm dealing with that as best as possible. I'm sure we'll talk about that more later. But when you're a happy person, what I'm getting to is that you tend to want to see all the people around you being happy as well. You tend to want to elevate them. If you see them asking for less or wanting less, you tend to want to say, no, there's a better. You can, you know, no, I don't want that for you. I want this for you. I envision so much more for you. You're worthy of it. And sometimes people really just don't know. Just like that girl really just doesn't know that the way she presented herself, just even in that one instance, and I can imagine in many, but the way she presented herself, that it just wasn't it. So I don't know. I'm hoping that all of y'all that are hearing me, you know that. But every so often, I think we all slip. During this trip, I found myself getting kind of negative and slipping. And since we talked about it already, I'll go ahead and clarify it now. But when I felt myself doing that, I was like, no, this can't be it. This can't be our trip. And that's the reason I pulled aside someone, and I was like, hey, friend, you know, this is feeling kind of weird right now. You're moving a little funny style. Here's how I envision it. This is how I think it could be better. What do you see, and what do you say about that? And where can we meet in the middle? Like, that's really how I brought it. Because just because I have a certain vision doesn't mean my vision is the right vision. You know what I mean? But I just want to present that as an option for you in case you didn't know it could be like this, in case you weren't aware that it was coming across weird. I feel like it could be this. What are you thinking? Where can we meet with this? And so that's honestly how I live my life on a day-to-day basis. You know, it really, and some people can take that, some people can't. She had the option, I'm speaking of Pollyanna right now, she had the option of not taking it. She could have been like, who is you to come talk? Like, what? We all grown. Honey, we're all 50 plus. So we're grown and then some mama. You know what I mean? So it could have been an immediate rejection and all of that, but it wasn't. She had the open heart and the mindset to come back and say, you know what? Yeah, that's okay. You said something with that. And it got better. It only got better. And whereas I was thinking, oh no, I don't know if she and I are gonna, she completely changed my mind. It was like, what? It was night and day. So, and we ended up sitting by each other at the restaurant. Like, y'all saw it. We ducked off. We took pictures together and just, we had our own hangout time as a result of us clearing that air. So I say, you know what? If you see something that's kind of uncomfortable or feels weird, yeah, I can go and behind her back. It was so funny because at one point she was like, I love that you came to me. I love that you, oh, I'm trying to imitate her accent. I heard that. But she was like, I love that you came to me. I love that you talked to me. You know, you could have just talked about me behind my back. I was like, girl, I'm the kind of person, if I'm gonna talk about you behind your back, I'm sure I'll bring it to your face. Like, I'm gonna tell you, because it's not, I'm not saying something in a nasty or negative way. If I say something, I'm kind of like, am I tripping? Am I bugging? Like, what happened? Because it's entirely possible. I've not always been right in my life. But yeah, so that was really good. I talked about, what, I feel like it was something else I want to clear up. I don't even know. It'll come to me later, because like I said, I haven't edited. So don't be surprised if I don't keep popping in, saying another thing, popping in, saying something else. We did so much. We were talking about it on the way to the airport, that I don't know that I can put everything into just one vlog. I legit don't know. I'm gonna try. I am gonna, because I hate to be that person to just keep dragging it out. I want to try, but I don't know that I'll be able to do it. But anyway, that being said, here in Atlanta, they have DD's, which we don't have. So y'all saw me. I went to DD's. Oh, that was crazy too. Seeing that, I don't even want to talk about it because my skin's about to crawl even thinking about it. But I was about to say something about the whole beehive thing. Baby, we just gonna let whatever clips I already filmed on that, we're gonna let that speak for that, because that's that on that. But anyway, went to DD's. Every time I come to, whether it's Atlanta or Houston's, because we don't have DD's in Kansas City, and I bet by the time, and if we do get one, it's gonna be watered down. It's, you know, I don't know, but this is just my thing. And I like getting it because, like I said, maybe I said before, I don't know, she gets to have clothes that not all of her little classmates have. But one thing I picked up was this cute little checkered dress. They had it in red too, but that looks way too picnicky. As it was, I was already debating some of the stuff that I picked out, so I had to call little boss lady. She boss baby. But anyway, I got this little dress in black and white. And it's so funny because when my daughter was a little girl, blacks and grays and all, those were not options at all. But this dress costs $9, which is expensive for DD's, honestly. I'm taking the stuff off the hanger because for whatever reason, they don't do that. But anyway, I got this set. Cute little pink dress. And then if she wants to wear it in the fall, she can always put like a little shirt underneath it, t-shirt, something like that, and still wear it. As well as the flowered dress. I wasn't altogether sure about those, so I did let her pick those out. I definitely wasn't sure about this one because it's kind of like a one-shoulder strappy deal, so I had to let her mom, my daughter, have the say on that. But this is a cute little romper, honey. If they had it for grown folks size, Mimi, we would have Mimi and me moment. No, they got pockets still. Okay, the pockets aren't real, they're stitched. But this was a cute little set as well. It came with this dress, this romper and this romper for $11.99. I believe these two dresses were also $11.99. I don't know, I'll let y'all add it up because I was too surprised. I got up there to the counter and she was like, $80. $80 where? How did this was my first DD's. My whole thing is, I stop at several DD's. So for me to spend $80 on just one, yeah, I was shocked and appalled. But this is a cute little romper too. Love that. So what we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little outfits. And then this two-piece short set. I gotta get rid of all these hangers. Y'all, when I come to a hotel, I typically book a double queen bed because I love having one bed that I can just mess up, do whatever on. I also like having the pillows. I might have discussed this already from when I stayed at the hotel. Let me tell you something. Oh my goodness, that travel day, Thursday was so long. It started off so good. Started off with me going to Cooper's Hawk, having a good time, you know, just being that relaxed traveler that I yearn to be, that I've been speaking into my own existence instead of me having to barrel down the runway, what is that called? Down the halls of the airport and all that. I didn't have to do the running, but you know, I still missed my flight. That part was disappointing. But anyway, stayed at the hotel. What was I getting ready to say? Because it wasn't that. I think I was about to talk about forgetting what I was talking about. I do not even know. Oh, bless my heart. I'm just going to keep on rolling. But I was exhausted. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying about the long day. Woo, thank you.
But I was exhausted because I had gone to Cooper's Hawk and I went early to the airport. So imagine my day, your day was normal. Actually, I went to visit my mother first. Then I went to Cooper's Hawk, sat down, I ate, da-da-da-da. So by the time I'm heading to the airport, it's like 4 something, right? I'm getting ready to get on the plane, do all the things at 5 o'clock. And that happened. It was a half an hour delay, an hour delay, and a cancellation. And, the day just kept getting away from me. By the time I touched down in Carolina, it was like, we touched down after midnight. So it's into the next day, which is why we didn't have shuttle. And that's why that lady in front of me, I don't know if I mentioned that part, but she was responsible for finding her own Uber, which came out of pocket. Maybe AA will reimburse her later. Maybe, I don't know how that works. But the lady who helped me was like, nope, I want to make sure you have a shuttle. You'll get to a better hotel. Like, she was just super accommodating. But anyway, touchdown after midnight. I didn't get to the hotel and everything because, I had to wait for the shuttle and all of that. I didn't get to the hotel until about 1 something in the morning. Yeah. Then not only that, but I received a phone call that my mom had fell. And they were like, she's okay now. But here I am, dang, she fell when I'm out of state, when I feel more helpless about it. So that was kind of rough. And I don't think I went to sleep until close to 3 o'clock. It was just a matter of me getting in, de-escalating. I talked to y'all for a little bit. Then I did my skincare, washed my face, calmed down. Like, it just takes a lot out of me to go through all that pressure all through the day. And so, I probably went to sleep at about 3 something. Now, then I had to get on my shuttle by 6 to make sure, that I get to the airport. Because the Carolina airport can be pretty crowded too. And get through. And when I tell you, I maybe had about 10 or so minutes to spare. So 3 something, go to sleep. You don't get into that good deep sleep immediately, but I wouldn't have gotten it anyway because I still had to get back up at like 5:30 or so. Back up, moving. No, did I get up at 5:30? Maybe 5, I forget. But it's weird because people talk about menopausal brain and you get a little foggy. Try functioning on a few hours of sleep. And honey, them girls was go, go, go. And I'm going to tell you one thing. When I have hype around me, I get hyped up too. So you start forgetting that you're sleepy until you sit back down and then you crash. And I had my moments of crash, my nights of crash. I know that first time we went out, I don't think we made it back home. I don't think we made it back to the Airbnb until like 3 something in the morning again. Yeah. We hung out like that. And then when we got back, we still didn't have enough sense to go our bus to bed. We sitting out on the deck talking, doing all of that. It was a lot. And then, so I had to leave them on the deck because I don't know how long them heifers stayed out there. Y'all stronger than me. I'm gonna let you have it. So I left them on the deck and I went in. I'm a little bit hoarse too from all the talking and yelling I've done. But I went and laid down, went to bed because I had an appointment. I'm like, I'm not gonna be in Atlanta, have all of this skin mess going on, have other things I wanna ask about and not talk to a specialist. So I did talk to a dermatologist. He prescribed me some stuff. I think I talked about it before about my elbows being dark. Of course, I have the skin issue, but while I was there, I was like, let me talk to you about my elbows as well as my knuckles and stuff. So we're not sure that he can line it up, but he's definitely going to give me some topical creams and things. We'll see. Tasha was saying that she knew of something too, and I think I forgot to ask her about it. But anyway, hey Tasha girl, run that over to me if you're seeing this. But yeah, so that's all that stuff. Let me get back to what I was saying here. Here's another outfit that I got her. Wait, is this more crop than I thought it was? Oh no, okay. It's got a little length on it because honey, we particular about how we dress her. So she's got this little top. It has a little scrunchie to it, and of course the matching shorts. And these are all approved items by my daughter, especially my granddaughter, excuse me. Especially this one, because I was not sure about this, and I think I even talked about it in the store. So you have this shirt that comes with it. I wasn't all that crazy about this design. She saw it and immediately loved it, so that's what matters. Then it has this kind of rainbow stripe looking. I swear, when I was a little girl, it's giving me 70s type of vibes. I just swear I had something like this too.
So there was that came with it. And then this third shirt, this is the one that actually made me pick it up. All three of these shirts came together for $9.99. And you know how the kids love to rub that stuff and change the color. So she's got her little, what do you call that? I forget. But it just says choose happy. And that's my philosophy in life. You know, I can be mad, I can act a fool, but you know what? I just choose to be happy. A lot of times people do stuff to give you a reaction. I absolutely don't do that. You get no reaction. But then I thought this was cute for my little ladybug. Little overalls, and it's an overall skirt actually. And the red shirt that came with. I didn't quite see the 80. Oh, that cost $12, by the way. I wasn't expecting it to come up to $80, but it did. And I checked the receipt and all of that. But nonetheless, she's gonna like these things. I'm gonna have to pack them up, roll them up, and all of that. I'm glad I left just a little bit of room in my luggage, but I didn't leave a lot of room. The girls came through with gifts and everything. I felt kind of bad because I didn't have any gifts for them. I wasn't expecting that. I hope my little gift of time, I'm so sorry, was enough, but it was really sweet of them. It was a good time. I enjoyed this one too. I have not had a bad girls trip, and it's so funny because I'm a person who's coming from, like, I've been with other ladies. I'm calling it a girls trip, but you know, I generally call them ladies and women, because who says ladies trip? But anyway, I've been with the expectation of having other girls trips and things. Somebody canceled, somebody didn't pay, somebody said something. But these women have come through, not just in terms of for the trip, but just as women in general. They have come through, shown up, stood up for it has been another wonderful experience. And I know I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. Do not, if you're a lady of a particular age, like, here, it's sad, it's really sad, but I've had friends who have been best friends. A couple of girls I grew up with, one of them died just this year, and they had been best friends forever, like since we were small kids. And she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like I don't have a friend now. I feel like you can make friends. You can still make friends 50 plus and beyond. They can be some of the best friends you've ever had. And you don't have to compare them to a friend that you lost, or if you haven't lost a friend and you just haven't had a friend, it's that time to have that kind of relationship. Don't feel like, you know, no new friends, please don't do that. Because I just feel like you're cutting yourself so short by doing that. So make your new friends, have your new experiences. It would have been very easy for me to be like, yeah, I know they talking about a girls trip, but they probably ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna. I felt confident that they would, and confident that I would have a good time, and both of those happened. I think a lot of times you get what you look for, or what you pray for, if you're a spiritual person. And we had some good prayers as well, but you honestly can have that kind of life for yourself. You can. But anyway, I'm gonna put this stuff up and get myself together for the rest of my day.
All right, y'all, here's what I'm looking like today. Just getting ready to step out. I want to do a little bit of shopping, just kind of get to know the area. I decided to stay in a hotel in the Alpharetta area. I feel like I'm super dark, but this light is not that bright. Oh, but you know what? It's probably bright enough for y'all to see what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see it in the mirror. Let me just turn it around. Okay, so I got a bit of a treatment. I told you all I went to a derm. Look at my cheeks. So the thing is, they didn't have the prescription at the pharmacy, and they're currently out of it. So I'm gonna get one when I get to Kansas City or whatever. Send it to my local CVS or Walgreens, one of them. But look at my face. So he gave me one treatment that he had in his office, and I've been doing what I'm supposed to do. I've been wearing my visor today. Like, really, they say it's not so active once you wash it off, but it's always a good idea to have sunscreen. So I've got my visor that I wear. I've been wearing sunscreen also, but I did not put it on. I've been using my visor instead because y'all see my skin is already irritated. It literally looks like I have on clown's blush, you know, like, oh, I'm a clown. But it's just red in these two areas. I'm hoping it clears up. I am not used to my face breaking out and looking crazy like this. So y'all see I'm trying to avoid touching it and all of that. This is just synthetic hair, so that's not the issue. But yeah, we need this to clear up ASAP. But anyway, all I was saying was I'm getting ready to do a little bit of shopping. I guess I'll grab a bite to eat. I'm not really hungry. I actually ate, oh, it was so good. Where did we go last night? Tulum. We were at Tulum and I got oxtail pasta. I think they call it the Tulum pasta. And then you get to decide, do you want oxtail? Do you want shrimp? Do you want salmon? I think salmon is an option. So I got oxtail. Oh, it was so good. Chloe ended up ordering the very same thing down to the dip. But then I woke up this morning and I didn't feel so great. Actually, before I even went to bed last night, we didn't go to bed last night. We went to bed at 3-something in the morning again. But before I went to bed, I didn't feel so great. And I blamed that on the dip. So I feel like it was the dip that did that, not the oxtail pasta. Because I got up and I ate the pasta again today. Chef's kiss and I still feel good. I'm not that hungry, but I know I will be. And I don't want to be in the hotel stuck in late. Plus, I want to do just a little bit of shopping and see some things. So let's go and let's do that, shall we? I like to leave on all the lights in the hotel. Well, just the ones I paid for. Are y'all like me? You walk out and forget which way you came in a hotel? My sense of direction is trash. It really is. Did I go the wrong way? I think I did. I did. Speaking of my trash sense of direction. All right, so let's just remember, Kymberly, when you exit the room, you need to go right. Exit stage right. That should be easy to remember. Now watch me turn it around in my mind. Did I say exit stage right or did I say exit stage left? And if I knew how to read, I would see a sign that says elevators, ice, and vending. Reading really is fundamental. Okay, you know, I like them bald-headed or whatever. So what's up? Baby, you been here for a while.